You know, I
I'll
think
consider this a down payment, and I lift up the bottle of wine. Oh, by the way, you should pay him for that. So that
All right, you got yourself a deal. Just
he leans forward to shake your hand, and it's like a super light handshake that like anyone's grandpa would be disappointed.
I like the description.
I don't know. That was a pretty good description.
Thank
Wait right here. I'll go pay for that. I'd rather not leave this town with people after us for a bottle of wine.
And you make your way back in, and Jimmy's just kind of sitting there, and he's like, "Are you sure you want to be with him? He's been around here for a couple weeks now, just kind of mooching off others."
you. Wow.
He made it quite obvious, but he possesses some skills I find interesting.
Interesting. That's a funny word.
Indeed. It is a funny word, but
And he kind of just takes your coin and puts it into wherever he's keeping it, and he hands you another a cup of ale, and he's like, "Well, best of luck to you with him."
anything else? Anything I should know other than what's quite obvious?
Mm, he seems to be good with his hands.
Out of character, I'm resisting the urge to say a gay Daniel joke. Okay.
And that's about it.
Thanks for the advice, and then it's kind of like I nod my head at him and leave.
And so you make your way back out to the flamboyant high elf.
Nope, might as well go introduce you to Violetta.
Yeah. Do introduce me to your compatriots.
The other one is, I believe, taking a stroll. So I have no idea where he went off to. But yes, let's get you acquainted with Violetta.
And you guys make your way up to the room that you were staying in, not having the key on you, thinking that Violetta would be in there. You go up there and you can kind of hear like sobbing, and you knock on the door and she does not let you guys in.
Oh shit. Violetta, I know you're hurting right now, but
BRB.
there's someone I'd like to introduce you to who is part of our group now.
And you can hear her through her tears. She just kind of like yells back, "I'll meet him another day. Leave me be."
All right, quite understandable. Take your time. I'm going through the same shit too, Violetta. We all loved our dear friends.
Well, this seems rather dreary. Excuse me, I believe you said your name is Violetta. If you do find yourself so interested, I'm going to slip something under your door, and I don't recommend biting it, but it might help you ease the pain of your lost friend. And I'm going to take 2 more just pieces of rock that I've already cleaned, and slide them under the door. And they will remain cotton candy flavored for an hour.
That's so fucking cool.
You can hear her like pick one up, and
Don't bite it!
you can like hear her sobbing kind of stop, and it's just silent.
You best give her time. She'll come around.
She always does. She's a strong woman.
As are all. So, your other friend.
I don't know where he's at. He's taking a stroll around the town. I don't know where he's actually at.
Right.
Unless you're eager to meet him, I have no idea where he's at, so I don't know when he'll come back.
A quick question for you. Are you in need of other talent, so to say?
I'm like looking for people, if that's
Yes.
what you're implying.
You grabbed me. I assume you might need more. I don't know how big your party is.
Well, searching for people is certainly always a big help.
Oh. I can't guarantee you'll be on board, but I did see a rather interesting looking dragonborn of silver scales round.
How
He might
did
be
you
useful.
How did you know? What do you look
Know
like?
what? Oh, he was at my show yesterday. He
Ah,
accidentally kicked over my coin. And I take out like this little jar and go just shake it up.
to give you a tip.
No, he gave me a single copper piece because he's cheap. But he looks strong, so
Do you know where he went?
I don't. But I figured, how do you miss a giant, scaled silver dragon? So, might be something of interest.
Let's see if you can find him. I know it might be a little bit easy considering his appearance, but this could be considered a little test, and I would say a rather easy test if what you're saying is true.
I don't very much like tests, but I assume if I have to prove myself, might as well. Okay. And I go downstairs and I ask who I am calling James if he's seen the individual I'm looking for.
And he kind of looks up at you and he's like, I thought the half-orc got rid of you.
No, you've yet to get rid of me, James. I know how much you love my presence.
Indeed. Luckily, you seem to bring travelers in. Only reason I don't kick you out.
Yes. We've had
Um,
this one many a time.
as far as
You
the
know-
Dragonborn, last I saw him was yesterday after you brought everybody in.
And you're welcome for that.
I believe he had some business with the guards on the towers. Not sure what, not sure when. That's about all the information I know.
Interesting and helpful. Thank you, James.
And he kind of just rolls his eyes and continues cleaning out cups.
I'm joking. You're the worst. You can't take a single joke. Okay, we're gonna go to the guard towers.
So the two of you kind of make your way out and go through all the crowds of people. It's about like probably 12 bells in Goldenfield time. Everyone is just tending to the crops and going about their business. Seems like nothing important is happening today. You guys make your way all the way around up to... Hang on, let me zoom out. To over here on the left side. Where those two buildings are. And that's kind of like where a lot of guards, like on both sides there's like barracks for the guards that specifically reside on the watchtowers. And you guys make your way up there, kind of just inquiring about the Dragonborn. And after talking to multiple people, you guys discover that he is a former guard of Goldenfields a long time ago. You find that the Dragonborn's quite old, not like too old, but he's been around. He first started out here is where he learned how to use his spear and such, and you learn that his name is Roku.
Okay, interesting. Well, does this count as your test being passed, or do I actually have to find the individual itself?
Oh, well now we actually know where he's at. So I think you've done. I think you've done well enough.
Perfect. I'm gonna take out my a little iron flask and just start pouring wine into it.
You really sure love drinks, don't you?
Who wouldn't? Beautiful
Okay.
distraction.
Oh man, I feel like that's all I want to do right now. Just drink from all the shit that's been happening, but have to keep sober.
Unfortunate. I'm glad I
Unfortunate.
don't find myself in the same scenario.
Oh, since we know where my other friend's at, let's go acquaint you with him.
Alright, I'm back. What did I miss?
We're looking for you.
Oh, lovely.
We're gonna introduce you to. We're gonna introduce you to.
Nero.
Yeah, Nero. There we go.
Do I have to be reintroduced to you guys as well?
Yeah, you guys don't know each other.
I was like, technically, I don't.
But
know you
they
guys.
saw him in the dream, right?
Yeah, Baradious, like, knows about you and knows your voice and your, like, all the physical traits and such, but you have no recollection of him, and you've never met him in
Yeah.
your life.
Nigga, who the fuck are you?
So after asking around the guards and such, you guys find out that he's residing in, one of the, like, unused watchtowers over in the top right. The east one, over here, is where he's kind of been staying for now, trying to look for something to do that he can align in.
Perfect. Let's head there.
And
I should say he's technically not a member of the group, but
Oh, strange.
he is important. However, the
Okay, well,
visions and whatnot, dreams.
are you
I
a
don't-
homosexual?
What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing. I'm just curious.
No.
You search for a lot of males.
Pardon me?
You search for a lot of men, and I'm just curious. I like to know who I'm working with. I don't care. I just like to know.
No, it's just coincidence, that's all.
Alright. Let's go find your friend.
and you guys make your way up to the top corner, and you knock on the door, and the silver dragonborn answers.
Hello, friend. It's
hope
me
you-
again. This is Baradious, and I am Nero.
You were.
And take it away, Baradious.
I feel like I've seen you from somewhere.
Oh
You
my
were in
God.
a. Wait, what?
I just think that you say you're not a homosexual, yet he's the man of your dreams.
You clearly don't understand this.
I don't pretend to, but I know certain things when I see them.
You were. I saw you in a dream vision. I feel like you may be important to us in a way. It's Nero, my friend Nero here tells me that you were at his show.
I stumbled upon this show. I didn't stay to watch.
Did you happen to, by any chance, have strange dreams or visions lately?
Can't say that I have.
Are you sure? Anything at all?
Was Roku involved in those dreams? Like that dream state or no?
Let me see. You can roll a. Uh, you can roll a perception check if you can remember any strange anything in the past couple days.
Perception. That is a 7.
Um, from your recollection, you feel like it's been just a normal week looking for work.
I'm quite sorry, sir, but I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Perhaps then they were wrong. Okay. Sorry to have disturbed you then.
No worries.
Ugh, you're the worst. Listen, are you in search of work?
I currently enlisted in work.
And could that work be abandoned?
That depends.
My friend here is looking for 2 of his friends. You seem like somebody who likes to do good in the world, so what do you say you join, yeah?
How long have you known this man?
10 minutes.
I'm not talking to you.
You should.
Haven't known him for very much, but he has done a series of tasks to prove himself. I mean, one of those tasks was to find where you reside.
I mean, he is a giant silver dragonborn.
Granted, the task wasn't very hard, but it shows he's capable of asking around and finding information.
And who are these friends you are looking for?
He said he lost 2 of them.
2 of our friends have gone away, per se.
And what do I get out of this?
What anybody wants. Split of the profits. After all, that's why we work, right?
I could care less about gold. If I help you, you help me.
What do you need?
I am
help
also in search of somebody. More specifically, a giant.
Ho ho! Mr. Dragonborn's looking for a giant.
What's his name?
I do not know.
What does he look like?
Big,
Very.
smelly, giant.
Can I make a check art to see if I remember how he looks?
I mean no offense, but a giant.
Oh, okay.
They hardly exist.
The only thing I know about this giant is that he is a cloud giant. I can't recall any details about him, but he is for sure a cloud giant.
Okay. You've got yourself a deal. Maybe our friend here, Nero, might be able to find him.
We'll see.
With your skills, maybe it shouldn't be too much of an issue, would it?
It depends. I found a giant dragonborn with silver scales. I sure can find a giant, smelly Neanderthal of a creature.
Then I see no issue. Would you consider my offer or accept?
I accept on one condition.
Yes.
When we find this giant, you will aid in his death. All of you.
No questions asked.
I mean, what is considered aid, really?
You're going to put a blade at the giant's throat.
I'm not one for blades, really. I do have one. I don't like to use it. I prefer using this. And I take a quarter.
Well, by whatever means necessary, he dies.
No questions asked. I'm not gonna ask you why.
Oh, I will ask tons of questions, but there's time for that later.
Fair
Very
enough.
well done.
That's for you. Those questions are for yourself. So we shake. I reach out to shake. Shake his hand.
It's a pretty strong grip on my end.
I like that.
He said, "Hey."
Son of a. Way better. Way better than Nero's handshake.
I'm not gonna comment.
Don't worry, that was out of character. Alright then. What job do you have to abandon, by the way, out of curiosity?
I was simply using this tower to scout for the giant. I heard he's been roaming these lands.
Hmm.
Merely rumor.
Merely a rumor. Who told you these rumors? Or is it just like the local town talk?
Yeah, like local town.
Okay. We could. I say we search for it. I don't really have a goal set in mind at the moment, but I feel like in honor of this agreement, we can go fulfill this requirement you have. Because this sounds like something very personal, and we did promise you we will aid in its death, so... Plus, this will also be another good opportunity to see Nero's tracking skills in action.
I'm not much of a tracker. Again, it was a simple task. Truth be told, I'm a cleric. I talk to gods. Specifically, whatever one will ail me doing that. Help
Still,
me. You know what? Help me. Let's go with that.
of course.
If you're looking for a tracker, you might find a ranger, but I will do what I can.
What do you say that we go look for this giant right now? Or soon, at least.
I say, I will go wherever coin, loot, glory, and bountiful, bountiful, beautiful women will be. So, you lead the way.
I toss a coin at Nero, a gold piece at Nero.
I immediately take it and check to see if it's fake.
Oh my gosh. It's real.
Alright then. You just throw money around, now you got fucking Thormir's cash, don't you, little bitch?
Oh my god.
Shouldn't have died.
I mean, you right?
Dude, you should have just lived. It's simple.
Yeah,
I should have just rolled better on my death saves.
I know. God, why'd you let him stab you and Palpatine you at the same time? God,
I mean, they let him.
that is true. Well, Matt didn't really have a choice.
No, Matt didn't have a choice. But Baradious could have killed him, that's all I'm...
Could have.
I could have killed him, but yeah.
And then the entire campaign would be over.
2 magic missiles that would have killed him
Fuck.
at 3rd level.
I didn't have any more third levels.
Oh, then
Fuck.
you're fucked.
You
Unless
have other spells that do way more damage. You know that, right? Like,
Yeah, but
I love
those are
Magic
your
Missile, but it sucks dick as combat. Unless you're, like, trying to hit shit.
You're a poopy head, Daniel.
You're right.
Alright, let's see. Who are we... Sorry, this is out of character. I'm trying to think. Who could I go ask for to see if there's any leads on that giant?
Sorry, what did you say? My brain had a fart.
No, I know. I'm like brain farting too. I'm trying to figure out who could I possibly ask around town for any sightings of this giant.
Where did Matt go?
He's here.
I'm here. But I mean, my
Oh
guy's
yeah, I
not
forgot you're
there,
in my.
so
Yeah, I forgot you're in my.
Well, I'd say about now, it's probably near nighttime, since you guys basically ran around Golden Fields all day, from one side to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So I would suggest resting
Alright,
for
yeah.
the night.
Alright. We'll just get a room and go to sleep then.
Are you guys all gonna be
I don't know what they're doing.
together, or is Roku gonna stay in his spot?
I mean, I'll go back to where I usually go to sleep at, so. But yeah, I don't know about them though. Nero, where do you take shelter for the night?
I've been to the inn. I perform shows there from time to time in order to draw in crowds. However, I do believe that what's-his-face is growing rather tired of me, to be quite honest.
Hmm.
I don't blame him. I have stolen much wine from him.
Is there another inn around town that doesn't hate you?
Well, that's a complicated question. Is there another inn around town that doesn't hate me? I've definitely pulled this stunt with other
Roku
people.
is currently living in an unoccupied barrack by himself.
Yes, actually, there's a place we could stay where we won't be harassed. You do have
Where?
beds, don't you? And I look towards the Dragonborn.
It is an abandoned barrack.
Right then. I will
then-
reside here for the night.
Alright, sounds good.
And you all take shelter in the barrack. I'm gonna do a quick little time lapse. So you guys are in Golden Fields for about almost 2 weeks. You guys ask around all the main towns, or like all the little main like hub areas.
in districts.
Yeah, there you go, districts of Golden Fields. Trying to get as much information as you can. You guys come across Z Liang, Z-I space Liang. Seems to be a monk of some sort that is that resides over in the church. She seems very hostile towards Dervik, the same person that you guys would remember from, or Baradious would remember from his dream. He's in charge of both, like, the praising like Shanti, as well as the military guards surrounding the city. She seems to be very adamant about him leaving the church and just sticking with the military. You guys also come across Miros Zelbrin, Miros space Xelbrin. He tells you guys that he's seen some signs of giants kind of popping up here and there around the city, but he's not sure which giants they were and if they're hostile or not. He said he'll let you guys know if anything pops up, and you guys will be the first to know.
Interesting. Okay.
You guys also come across someone named Daxine Drathkala. I'm not gonna spell that out because it's annoying. She is in charge of all of the food in Golden Fields. She makes sure everyone's always fed. She makes sure everything's being grown at the appropriate times. She's like the all-seeing god of this place. And she tells you guys that if you guys bring giants to her city, you guys will be thrown out, and all the surrounding cities will know about you.
Oh shit.
So she doesn't necessarily seem evil, just wants to protect her home from any possible encounters, and she's not the most fond of travelers. And lastly, you guys meet Shalvis Martholio. He is in charge of all of the watch guards. Like, he's a subordinate of Dervik, but since Dervik's like in between two jobs, basically he's like the captain of all the watch guards. He lets you guys know that he has also seen some signs of giants coming around. He's seen footprints in places they shouldn't be of what he believes to be hill giants. So that is like the lowest class of giants in terms of the ordning.
We want cloud giants, though, right? That's what they were called.
Yes.
Okay, that's right.
As far as you know, you just want revenge for Thormir, so your only goal currently is the cloud giants. So he's seen signs of I say hill giants
Mm-hmm.
around the city, and he just kind of tells you guys to be prepared. If anything happens, he might call on you guys, and in return you guys will be paid, and he may have some information for some where some good, like, magical goods may be held from a enemy of Goldenfields.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, you guys come across another member of my brain just died. Of the Order of the Gauntlet. Whose name?
Where was this fucker when I was here?
Another member of the Order of the Gauntlet named Akrasiel, who is looking for Thormir.
Aww.
And knows that you guys were by the name of the Righteous Blade, because he's been in contact with Thormir before, or like after the initial events of Nightstone. So like after the orc attack, they were in contact. And he's come to look for him.
What'd y'all do with my body?
Couldn't do much with it. We got teleported out.
Your
of
body is still on the tower.
Castle? Oh yeah.
Where is the tower?
It's
Outside town.
over here. I'm pinging it.
Miles away.
There's a little
Oh.
blue circle with a hat. Your body is currently wrapped up by Violetta, and you have 2 gold pieces on your eyes, and you're wrapped in
Do I have a
linen.
flower crown?
You do not have a flower crown.
I'm upset.
We can say you do, but I'm sure Violetta would have made that for you.
He has a flower crown.
Alright, he has a flower crown. And his helmet is like sitting, so he's like holding his helmet on his like lap area almost.
Yep. That's exactly how you'd want to go.
And his maul is by his side. But
Got
so
me pissed.
it's about like the 16th day you guys have been in Goldenfields, and you've come into contact with all these people, and now you see this very familiar looking person in terms of like armor and such
Mhm.
to Thormir come into the tavern and ask Jimmy for the Righteous Blade, whom only Baradious ears would ring.
Huh? What? Righteous blade? I just kind of like murmur that to myself.
And you see this man.
He,
What?
Nero looks towards Baradious and goes, easy prey. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And then go over and try and charm his way into the guy buying him a drink with the notion of, I have information that he definitely does not have.
Okay. You move up to this male. You can see he has. Do you have heavy? What is your armor?
A scale mill. It's like leather and, oh wait, my armor as my character now?
So-
or Thormir?
So as you walk up, Nero, you walk up to this man who's wearing this like very holy knight armor kind of thing. He's wearing chainmail with like a priesthood, and he has like a special blindfold on. And you walk up to him. You walk up to him and you start to try to charm your way into getting him to buy you a drink. And Jimmy like sees you walk up and he's just like, ah.
James, not now.
He's like, yeah, Jimmy.
James. Hello there. My name is Nero. I couldn't help but overhear you're searching for someone.
Oi, that I am.
I am kind of the eyes and ears of this place. Who are you looking for exactly?
I don't care to tell you much, but I'm looking for a companion of mine. He's known as Thormir Stonesplitter. I heard he was
Does that
going
ring any
under-
bells?
For you, you think you remember hearing Baradious mention that name, but you're not entirely sure. But with just that little bit of hope, you're gonna go with it.
Yeah, I was like, okay. So I need you to follow me, like, immediately.
For what purpose, lad?
I vaguely think I know somebody who knew him, but I don't want to be wrong. So, I need you to follow me, please.
I want to make an insight check.
Full disclosure, I was about to scam you, but now that that's out of the way and in the past, I do actually know something that might be helpful.
This bitch is about to die.
I like slowly stand up from like the stool near the bar, and just like, how tall is your elf?
He is 5'11".
Okay. Understand I'm 6'2",
Yeah.
and I'm standing over you, and I am an old man. I'm a
Whoa.
Asmar,
Old
like
snake?
127.
Old snake?
I am 120 years old, so I completely
like-
understand.
Yeah, so like, I just look over at you. I'm like, I'll follow you, but understand, my patience for people tends to wear thin. And you just see him kind of like let his the handle of his like warhammer hit like the floor as he just kind of holds it like a cane from like the hammer part.
Oh shit.
I'd say
And
for
I'll-
your sake, you're not wasting my time with any sort
I
of
hope to not
tricks.
be, for your sake as well. So, let's meet my companion over here. Baradious! Come over here, darling, please.
What? Darling, and I thought... never mind.
Listen, I never claimed to be any such which way. So,
I fucking hate you, Daniel. You somehow integrated our gay fights into D&D.
It'll be canon forever.
It's canon forever. I know where you live, just
your
remember
friend, the one who unfortunately had, you lost.
What?
He-
Oh no, sorry, go
Uh,
on.
Thormir, I believe his name was, right?
Yes, that's correct.
This man here, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
The name is Akrasiel.
Would I know,
I-
Arthur, would I know him?
You would not. You only knew Thormir. You remember Thormir, like, kind of secretly writing a letter and then sending it out before you guys, initially left towards Golden Fields, but you never questioned him about it.
Okay.
It's like I take a glance over at Baradious and I examine him fully from my own perception, since you guys can't see beyond my blindfold. You just kind of see like the motions in my head. It's like I sling back my warhammer and I extend my hand to shake yours.
I'll shake your hand.
You're Baradious, are you not?
Yes, I am Baradious. My companion here tells me you're looking for a mutual friend of ours.
I received a letter from Thormir discussing his intent to come here. However, since so much time has passed, I figured I might as well try and check on him, considering none of the messages I've tried sending haven't reached him. I know of your face merely just by description, and I figured Thormir was pretty bit dead on in his letter.
So said he's a bit of an ugly fuck, but he's kind.
He's dead.
Oh God! I thought you meant you literally lost him.
I like shift my head like over to him, and just like
I'm not an
ignore him
experienced
afterwards.
Let me tell you what happened. Zephyros killed him.
And who might this Zephyros fellow be?
It sounded like during their battle, Thormir constantly told me and another one of my other compatriots, Abaddon, to stand down that Thormir is the one that deserves to be punished by Zephyros because he had, quote-unquote, betrayed him or failed him. And so it seemed like during our battle that it was personal between them two.
Thormir was never one to lose battles so easily. Who is this Zephyros fellow, exactly?
I don't know too much about him, but out of character, he's a cloud giant, right? No.
Yes, sir.
He's
Yeah,
Cloud
okay.
Giant.
Okay, yeah, cool. Just making sure I remember.
Oh, cute.
He's a he's a cloud giant.
Cloud Giant. I'd heard of. We've been receiving many reports of giants causing trouble within these lands lately. I'm trying to look into that through my own ends myself. Just hoping Thormir would prove to have better lead than I did.
But like I said, I have no idea what went on between Zephyros and Thormir, but their exchange of words made it seem like they were once, I want to say allies to a certain extent, but
Oh,
I
I'm
think
gonna kill you.
what?
Out of character.
Well, they knew each other. That's based it for the most part. They knew each other.
You have no understanding of this giant's motives as far as slaying him.
I don't entirely understand why they did this to each other.
Alright, lad. I'll take your word for it.
But we actually are looking to exact our revenge, and we have another companion who is looking for. He didn't go too much into detail, but he said he's looking for a cloud giant as well to slay.
Understandable. Understand that Lady Vengeance is rather a tricky mistress. She'll either give you what you desire or lead you to your own damnation. On that note, I still have business to attend to as far as these giants are concerned. If you'd allow it, I'd like to pick off where my companion left. I would join you in your journey.
Of course, Thormir was a good person, and if you two are good, if you two were companions, then I trust you to join us.
He was
I
my
don't know what
pupil.
this character voice is.
What?
He was my pupil. In the days of the Order, when he was training, I'd give him a few lessons or two, teach him the history. I am the chronicler of our Order, after all.
That's very impressive. I'm really happy to have you on our team. Hopefully we can avenge avenge Thormir and conclude our business with these damn cloud giants.
I hope the same as well.
What's Nero doing? I'm curious.
Nero is doing what he always does when that concerns him. He's drinking.
Just seeing. I was not the elf was not described in the letters. I take it he is fairly new in the party.
Yes. He's
Yes,
fair.
no improved, might I add.
New and improved. I'll be the judge of that. Test your metal soon enough, I'm sure. Nevertheless, I'm Akrasiel, and you might be.
Me or him?
Wait, say that again?
I was asking if you were asking Baradious or.
No, I was asking you, because I already know Baradious based on the letter.
Mm. I am Nero.
Nero.
Yes.
Alright then.
You gonna insight check that or just be quiet?
No, I trust that as is for now, but I am leery of you based on the fact that I was
Based
already...
off the fact you should be!
Yeah. So, for now, I'm leaving that, but I am suspicious of you and I intend to come back to that later. I have other priorities right now.
He don't give a shit about you right now.
Man, doesn't give a fuck right now!
Baradious just doesn't care as long as Nero doesn't do anything too fucking cheeky.
Actually, no, I will do the insight, but I'm not gonna do any sort of action based on it. I just want to tell if he's obviously lying about the name. That is going to be 25, my dude.
Yeah, you would definitely know he's fucking lying.
And I just give a smirk, and then just look back towards Baradious.
It's been 2 weeks and these motherfuckers never tested this shit.
Alright. So I look back towards Baradious. Considering... What of the others? What is their current conditions?
Is Violetta better?
Yeah, Violetta's sitting with you guys at this point.
Okay. We had another one of us die earlier on. His name was Gole, right? Yeah, Gole. That was a while ago.
Your other kinsman.
Yes.
Sorry to hear such a thing.
There's Thormir and our friend Violetta. She was stabbed by this same cloud giant, but fate did not plan on her joining the others. So I'm very happy she's still with us.
Yeah, I'm super glad she's not doing homework.
We have
I look over her and just like kind of nod and say, "My lady."
We have another companion to the one I mentioned earlier who has business with the cloud giants. Where is he, by the way? Is he? Andrew, where are you at? What are you doing?
He should be with you
I guess
guys.
Yes, I'm guessing with you guys.
Okay, I didn't know if you were with us or not. And then this is our other companion who has business with the cloud giants, and I introduce you both.
Pleasure.
And this is it. This is the current status of our group.
Do we have a name?
A group name?
Yes. I
No,
like
I don't.
Nero and his troop.
Are you suggesting the group name to be Nero and it's what?
His troop.
That's not gonna happen.
You don't know. We can take a vote.
I am the one that.
I
am
have
the one
two
that
hands
hired.
for that one.
Fuck you. Out of character. Fuck you.
The righteous blade is so dreary. Come on, something else, something fun.
Aren't you a performer? What
I'm-
what fun thing would you suggest for me?
A Nero and his troop.
That makes it sound like you're the leader.
I just think you should put your best features up front.
You see Baradious kind of give like a kind of expression. We'll come back to the group name later. That's not really important. What matters is finding those cloud giants.
Do you have any leads so far?
Only rumors. We've heard multiple rumors. There was we've gotten sightings of hill giants nearby, footprints of giants. Well, one thing that we do have to caution about is we have to try our best not to bring the giants over here, or else we will get kicked out of town, and people in nearby towns will also be notified of us bringing giants over to the city. So we do have to
I
at
would
least.
imagine the settlement has much influence within the land. And no settlement I can imagine would want to have giants on the doorstep. So the hostile nature is rather understandable.
Yes, yes. No one wants to have their city with a giant on its front doors.
We're going to kill cloud or no? Fat, ugly hill giants? Yeah.
Seems that's the best lead so far. You're certain there's no other information you have.
Only rumors, so nothing is official. You know, nothing's set in stone. The only thing that is solid though are the footprints that were discovered. So that does prove that they're around the area.
Hmm.
It's just the exact location is unknown.
Well, considering there's nothing else happening here, perhaps our best bet is to see if we can still find some of those tracks. Follow them.
Agreed. Wouldn't you say, Nero?
Yes. Let's go now, maybe?
You didn't grab another bottle of wine, did you?
I always have one.
Did you pay for it? Because I'm not helping you this time.
I still have some left. I'm not a monster. I prefer to be lightly tipsy, not drunk.
He's a bit of a charlatan, is he not?
I resent that title. I prefer showman.
So a charlatan, in other words. Just think so highly of yourself.
Which is exactly why
isn't,
I'm not.
isn't that right, Nero? And I say that like, as if like I know.
Well, Akrasiel? Akrasiel? Akrasiel?
Akrasiel.
Akrasiel. Okay. I suppose now would be the best time, since it seems like you're going to oust me anyways. My name is not Nero. I
And
know,
what
shocking.
might it actually be, considering I have a feeling you've been with these folks for some time and just decided to maintain your little mask?
Well, I didn't think I was going to stay with him that long, to be quite honest. My name is... Well, don't say it too loudly, but it's Byron.
Not too loudly, and why
Siryil.
not?
Byron Siryil.
Byron Siryil.
Middle child of the fabled Siryil family.
Hmm.
Can I make a
So-
history check to see if I know?
Yeah,
what
I was about to say that he's making it sound like he's a big deal.
Sure.
Okay, sir. That is going to be 19.
He ain't shit.
I ain't shit.
Hmm.
I've never heard of such a family name being of any importance.
Neither have I.
My father is an ambassador to Neverwinter. My family is well off there, and I am here.
Why
You
is
can
that?
put those
exactly?
together.
I'd rather hear it from your words than rather you making me guess it.
Because I like to have fun, and because they are sticks in the mud who'd rather me not sully their family name.
And you think joining a band of odds and ends, such as ourselves, purely on the notion of achieving vengeance for a fallen comrade, is something not of a serious nature?
I think Byron Siryil doesn't have very much to offer. Nero Elderwin, on the other hand, can be whatever you want him to be. And I will help. My name doesn't change who I am. It's just a name. I am no one. Any more questions for me?
For now, you're free to go. Now that we know your true nature, I do not sense any sort of ill intent from you as far as sabotaging us.
I wish nothing of the sort. You guys are my ticket out.
We'll talk about what you just said later then.
Right.
For now, we do have the Order of the Giants to deal with. Do you remember where these sightings occurred, Baradious?
The fields nearby this town. Can I make a, or well, is there a way for me to roll to see if I remember, where the sightings were? Cause
You would just remember that it was kind of found on the outskirts of town, like pretty close to the walls,
okay,
like near the southern area and like the southwestern or southeastern area of Golden Fields.
the sightings were near the south end of the wall of this town, and a little bit southwestern. So we could start there.
Alright then. What time is it right now?
It's time to end for today.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, time for League.